Oh my goodness. Welcome to Thursday Night Live Chat for Thin Line Defense.
This looks so horrible. Like the picture looks so bad. Hilariously, you know what this does remind me of? Your normal background.
We are
go to the viewer, go to the comments.
We are actually in a hotel this time.
Yeah, this time. Oh my goodness. So hello and welcome. You're at the Thin Line Defense. Oh, people are already dropping out. Like, I don't know what those people are doing, but we are not in it. So we're Thin Line Defense. We're coming to you with our normal live chat. We are dead tired. We have got to see so much cool stuff at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
We really went in with kind of this whole like pipe dream of like what we wanted to do. Look at Zachary. Zachary says, well, now it looks like a hotel room. 100%. We are in Las Vegas at SHOT Show. But like I was saying, me and not Jason kind of sat down before this talking about what we wanted to do for the year. And we kind of made some like pipe dream stuff of like, hey, we really like, here's what I kind of want. I kind of want to shoot for the moon. We're going to kind of put some stuff that maybe a little bit unachievable.
Pipe dream stuff.
Yeah. Pipe dream stuff. Like it's never going to happen. And then like we went to our first day of SHOT Show and it was nothing but people who wanted to work with us.
Yep.
Totally crazy stuff. We were pitching some nutso ideas and they're like,
yes, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. We're like, what? And then we went to the second day, which was yesterday.
Yep.
And again, it was totally crazy. And me and Jason looked at each other after the end of yesterday and we were like, man, the only thing crazier than yesterday was today.
Yeah.
Because we were just going from piece to piece. And so many people wanted to work with us. We really want to hear from you guys what all you want us to like. If there's more stuff you want us to go to, there's not a whole lot of time.
Tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of time left. But if there's stuff
that you like that we have published, if you're following us on YouTube, you see what we've put out yet. What do you like? What do you want more information about? If you've been following us on Instagram, we've been way more active on Instagram, throwing reels and stories up.
So we were given. Jason says to me, he goes, hey, I forgot my mask, right? So I was like, no, dude, we'll do the shirt thing with you for whatever till this short period. The plan was we're hoping that Jason could take the mask off after the segue, but that just didn't work out. But basically, we met Works, which we have an awesome story, probably have the coolest story, and they gave us a child-size shirt, and I was like, this will work.
Like, I'm taking this home for my kid, and this is gonna be perfect for my ninja.
Look at Mike. Do Mike's comment first.
There he says, I thought you were at SHOT Show, not Jason's house.
So Zachary, I saw you got your comment here. What about UF Pro? Interestingly, I've seen a whole lot more gear that I want to use instead of Pro. It just hasn't been my like most favorite thing. The biggest one. Good.
No, sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to share.
No, the biggest one was that I know I had messaged Zach about. We were talking on Instagram. That Arctis. Let me get I don't want to mess the name up.
So one of the things too, while he's doing that, I do want to say we're dead tired. We have not eaten dinner yet. We probably have walked. I'm at 12,000 steps. We were at 20,000 steps yesterday. Today was way less walking, but a lot more standing. So this is probably going to be a short live, and we're going to cut it off now. But we're thinking 30 or 40 minutes before we cut it off and run downstairs to eat dinner
and sleep. And I have a Holosun video, so your Holosun content is literally waiting until after the live chat. So
this is on the occasion says companies want something different, and that's something that we last year a lot of companies weren't saying this, but this year we've had a lot of companies that have been saying that instead of spending $200,000 on marketing, they're thinking, well, if we can send a YouTuber a $1,200 part and we get even one sale from that, well, we get our money back.
Yeah. What if they sell 5? That's like, okay, well, if you guys are looking to promote some stuff, and there were some people we walked by their booth because like I think it was, I don't know if it was Dak or some of you guys who wanted us to do Mira safety, where they wanted to see the Mira mask. So we reached out with them, and we were just walking past a booth, which is
Virtus Respiration.
Oh, I think it's Virtus. I don't want to get it wrong. We have it. Hold on.
So it's funny. Walsh came into this and he was like, if I walk away with nothing else to do, he still has 6 months of content. And so we stopped by this booth. We start telling us about this respirator company we've never heard of. And Walsh is like, how do I get that on the channel?
Ventus.
And Ventus.
Ventus TR2.
It is. I think it's a game changer. We'll see. We're gonna do some comparisons and some reviews, but it was funny because Walsh was like, "How do we get this on the show, on the channel to show it off?" And the guy was like, "Reach into the cabinet." He's like, "Here you go." And Walsh was like, "Crap."
Oh yeah. I was like, I thought this was gonna be like maybe
6 months later.
Yeah, maybe a couple months from now, but now it's a thing. So interestingly, we have the Mira mask, we have the Ventus
And the Soder.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a comparison of all three, and then send the Mira over to Jason so he can do a full review of just that one, and then I'll do a review of the Ventus since it's kind of really similar to the Soder, just with some small.
Shadowman says you have the Internet of Potato and medical stuff.
Yeah, so we're using hotel internet. So apologies if it's really, really bad and unusable. Let us know. We also have whatever integrated microphone that Jason has on his laptop.
Yeah,
which is fantastic. But we want to hear you guys' questions. I know we're probably really behind. If it's so laggy and unusable that it's coming through horrible, let us know, and well, I don't know what do you think we can do. Well, I don't think we can do anything about
we'll
it.
Just say bye and get off. So before we do that, though, I'd say today, just kind of working our way backwards, we saw IWI, and that was awesome. We had a great time with Jeremy. He's a director of operations for the IWI US. Just a fantastic. If you guys watch that video, you'll know he's no friend of some of the alphabet letter A's that are out there. He's pretty clear about that in the video. But he was just a pleasure to talk to and super kind.
He's a character for sure.
Yes, a character.
Yeah.
Gave him some awesome swag that we have for actually, and that's something that I was talking about in our Discord earlier. We have been every single booth that we go to.
Oh my God.
That has swag. We've been trying to get 2 of each because the plan that we have probably going to be second week of February. We're thinking we're going to do SHOT Show 2023. 2 giveaways on our live chat.
Can I tell them the story, the original story?
Yeah.
So we do this supplier showcase, and we find these 2 like small pistol cases.
Should I grab them?
You should. So we'll just send everybody to the moon. So we find these 2 small pistol cases, and Jason's like, "Hey, we'll take 2 of these, and we'll just do 2 of everything we find." And yeah, don't open them.
I'm going to show.
So
it's like a suitcase to try to. I'm worried about.
Oh, it's like a blow open. So Jason, we loaded this with so much swag we could barely get it closed. Like there's swag on swag on swag. So we got 2 of these loaded up.
There's like stuff sticking out the back, the sides.
The problem is we have way more.
I legit have half of a queen size bed
just
of swag.
Just crap.
Then we got to figure out how to package it all up for you guys, for whoever our winners are going to be.
Yeah. So we have a ton of stuff to give to you guys. We're going to give a bunch back. It's been a crazy time. There was one absolutely crazy interaction where I want to share with you guys before we get too far into everything with Odinworks. Just a little bit of background. We've been wanting to change, not because of all the other drama, but we would kind of want to change who we've been working with in terms of receiver sets,
hand guards, and things like
just
that.
because the company we had been using doesn't engage with us. They didn't really engage with us here. They're just pretty indifferent to us, so we were pretty indifferent to them, which is fine. It's just fine. We've always been kind of looking for someone else to work with, and so Jason, go ahead. You kind of had been engaged with this other company on Instagram.
I messaged Odinworks about just kind of a joke during Christmas. They had a sale.
This was a while ago.
This was Christmas 2022.
Okay.
So before that, they were doing their 15 days of Christmas sales or whatever. They had a stupid deal on their tunable gas blocks. And I just sent them a message on Instagram and said, "Oh, great. Now you're making me spend more money." And that started the conversation. And so we're going back and forth with this lady. I'd asked her about what receivers do they do? They only do 15s. And she's like, "You're not going to be at SHOT Show by any chance, are you?" And I was like, "Actually, we will be there." And so she was like, "Well, if you are, stop by the booth. We'll have some of this. Love to meet you."
And like we hear that all the time. Like, okay, cool.
Oh,
J-Dub, I gotta pump the wheel.
Joe's gonna win. So he's got Peter over here. He's not on the StreamYard, but we promise you we will get it logged into the wheel. He has the wheel open up right now. He's adding Another one.
That's entry number 7 for J-Dub.
And for anyone that's following, we're doing a fundraiser still for Skinny Medic. Next Thursday is going to be the final giveaway. So every $10 super chat, we're going to enter you to win.
But we'll do it at the end of the hour.
Yeah.
So we have like an hour. We'll do it at the end of the kind of near this end of the show, like we normally do. So anyway, sorry.
So anyways, we go by Odinworks, and it was kind of the person I was talking to wasn't there. It was a decent interaction, and we had a good time, and we got some swag from them and took off. And we were at the Hollison booth, and I get a message from their Instagram account said, "Hey, are you still here? We'd love to have you stop by." And I said, "Oh, actually, I stopped by yesterday. Had a good interaction." And she goes, "Oh, well, if you're still around, I have something for you." And so I said, "Yeah, we'll give us 15 minutes. We'll swing on back by." So we show up. They have a card for me. And so they gave me a thank you card. And they had an artist draw my mat. This is a drawing. So one of the Odinworks folks actually is an artist and drew this and then wrote the really nice, "Thanks for visiting our booth today. It was a pleasure connecting with you." It was just very down to earth.
No, hold on. And one thing, we hadn't even gotten to the next part of all this. And that's when I really noticed like what the dude had said. Where like, we talk about, Jason, get rid of the mask. But it's like, it's kind of it's become kind of the part of the character of the channel at this point. If that's messing me up when I'm talking, I'm gonna hurt you. It's gonna make me sound like I'm losing my mind. And the new computer doesn't really do that. But so it's like the whole Jason mask, even if he took it off, it's still got to be part of the channel because I think it's kind of been ingrained somehow in what the channel is.
And we've talked about that. So one of the things that's going to happen when I'm able to finally take the mask off, the mask is still going to be kind of a part of me, and so it's going to be like
it's like a keyboard warrior kind of thing.
Whenever I'm doing a review and there's something that I hate, it's going to be like, oh man, these guys are making me get the mask. I'm putting the mask on. So I need to go over to Discord because that's where I have the picture saved. But I wanted to show you guys if I can find this again. There's pictures.
Oh, is this coming from Angry Sarge?
I didn't see that. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm scrolling up. I'm trying to find this picture that I posted in. Here it is. In our Discord. So Odinworks.
Are you sharing this? Right
I'm going to. I had to pull it up first. Relax. Odinworks also had something else for us. If Jason and Joe don't wear masks, we riot.
People are like, stop with the mask. Other people are like, no, you need the mask.
So check this out. They made this for me.
Hold on. Before you share that, when we first saw this was a very small piece, and Jason set it right down next to me. He's like, oh, this is really cool. And I was like, yeah, it's really cool. Did they do like a fingerprint or something? Like a fingerprint piece? Oh God, what is this? Okay, I'm not in that comment. So then I'm like, no, it's like a fingerprint or something. And then Jason pulls out. And he's like, dude, it's not a fingerprint.
Check this out. They made this for me, okay? Yeah. And I'm still like blown away by this.
Awesome.
Look at this. So it's their extended mag release.
So it's super tiny and has this little Jason mask on it.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah, you actually did it. Look at you.
I did it right. So yeah, I got it right here in my hands. Like, I am blown away that they did this for me, and I was just
get rid of this. Promote. Some moderator some moderator will handle that.
You right click it.
No,
you don't. You don't right click it.
Whatever. Some moderator will figure that out.
So, anyways, we're just super appreciative of them doing something like this for me.
Yeah.
And so
I said, we don't do anything with them.
We're not affiliated with them officially. Yeah. Like, we don't make money off of them. We love their stuff. I use a lot of their stuff.
Just made that just for like, oh, you're gonna come to my SHOT Show? Okay, we'll make this cool thing for you. Write this nice letter for you. Like, and just from like an Instagram interaction and from like you legitimately just bought their gear. I was like, yeah. And we kind of said to them like, look, from just your customer interaction, like we're fans. We're impressed. If we can be part of your team, we were already interested, and now we're invested. So hopefully there's nothing set in stone. Hopefully we see some more Odinworks stuff, and maybe they seem like a really good group to have, to show off their stuff.
And they make some good stuff.
Yeah, I want to show off good people and not just like that. Not bad people. Just people that don't give a crap about us either. Like, if they don't give a crap about me, I don't give a crap about them.
Yep. So,
but how come they all got things next to them except for this one?
It's coming from Twitch.
Oh, you
we have a comment. We don't want to bring up. Someone's like, I want to offer you promotion on your channel, but I can't delete it.
Oh, but they can't see it. Yeah, they probably can't see it. So no worries.
So got some comments here. Cajun says, as I said in the Discord multiple times, I believe in companies being able to talk to their customers and that extend reviews outside of just just sending you stuff to review.
Oh, speaking of, we got invited out to dinner with HRT. We went and got Korean. I don't know why I've never gone to Korean. It's absolutely delicious. Just a great interaction. I will say that was probably one of the best times that we've had. It was great. It was just good interaction, and it just shows you that interacting with good people and then selling their products is because then you're supporting people you care about, and the two things kind of go hand in hand. Crappy people seeing crappy things. I don't know why. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Angry Sarge did send you $10 over a different system.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, or he sent it to.
Did you send it to Skinny Medic?
He probably sent it straight over. So I'm just going to add him to it. I'm not going to weird dash so I know that it's not that we don't actually owe that to them.
Yeah, so this one too. Cajun says, and then ghosting you after the video is made. Look.
Oh my God.
Kind of a funny story that we have with HoloSun. So our contact at HoloSun, he dodges us a lot. And we went up to the booth yesterday, I think, or the day before, and we were like, "Hey, where's Sean?" And they were like, he's around here somewhere." Like, we see him, tell him we got a knuckle sandwich for him, and they were like, "Oh, we'll be sure to pass along." They were great guys over there.
They know we were playing around.
And it was kind of cool because having that fun interaction and seeing the channel growth from where we were last year at SHOT Show, where we had 11,000 subscribers, to now we're coming up 25,000.
There's some leverage.
There's some leverage there. And so it was funny because our contact at HoloSun was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I don't do that. I should send you over to our marketing guy." And so we've got some new contacts over there. Hopefully we can see a lot more of their stuff because we honestly like their product, and we want to work at building that relationship with them because we love their product and we want to be able to promote that and show it off to you guys. And there seems to be a lot of drive from our viewers looking for that type of stuff.
Yeah. So one of the crazy things we learned, and this is just a funny observation at SHOT Show, is how many. Okay, he sent it to us. Sorry, I'll fix that. It's how many people here at SHOT Show don't really know anything about firearms.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll get into a conversation and they'll be kind of like, "Hey, here's how something works."
Can I share my interaction? I'll keep the names out of it, but share the interaction that I had about the guy with the nods.
No, let's keep it out.
Okay, all right.
We'll keep out who I don't want. I'm just saying as a generality, we'll get into some conversations and there's just a basic test of where this goes.
Yeah,
and
especially from this guy right here.
The Lola conversation.
Hopefully we can say this without getting ourselves confused. So during all the SHOT Show, I am wearing Lalo boots, and Walsh wears Lowa. He's got Lowa Zephyrs.
You're in Lalo
amphibians,
and I'm wearing Lowa Zephyrs. So I have Lowa Zephyrs on, and we go to Lowa. So I have Lowa Zephyrs on.
And I tell the guy, I go, "Hey, can you settle a debate for us?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And I put my boot out, and I was like, "Which one is better?" Right? Comparing them to Walsh's boots that he's wearing at their booth. And he's like, "That's not fair. I can't give that comparison. That's just wrong of you to ask me." And Walsh starts laughing. And he's like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. My favorite boots are the Rapid Assaults. I love the Rapid Assaults. I wear them all the time." And I'm like,
which are the Lalos?
Yeah, they're the ones that I'm wearing. And Walsh is telling the Loa guy about basically my boots. And the guy is so confused. And he's like, "Do you mean these boots?" And he points, and I sneak up behind Walsh, and I was like, "We are at Lowa, not Low." And he's like, "Oh, correction."
Oh my goodness.
Those are the ones that I was talking about. Those are good ones.
No, but it was funny too because we were actually talking to Jason. I was like, "You know what? There's so many more people here. It's kind of weird that nobody really nobody's really recognized us." We had some people,
misfits here.
We had a couple people who recognized us last year, and then in the middle of us talking to them, when we totally botched it. And I'm like, "Man, I hope we get
zero credibility here.
I hope we can salvage this." In the middle of it, somebody comes over there and is like, "Hey, Walsh, I want to let you know I love your videos," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Hey, thanks." And I turn back to him
away.
and And like the lower guy's like, how much money did you pay that guy to come over here and say that to you? And I was like, $15. I mean, they were super good people though, and I've been wearing their boots all week, and they're great. So yeah,
it says, "Yikes, Walsh! I don't think they're gonna send you anything."
Probably
not.
I'm still repping their stuff. So
yeah,
maybe we'll see. I mean, we can send them to Joe, and Joe can run them over with a truck.
This is funny. Shadowman says, "Show my meme on the chat; they will get a laugh." So, Shadowman, let's see if I can. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully, I can do this without.
Which one? The eyeball.
The eyeball one. So let me show this. So, Shadowman sent this picture. If I can figure out how to.
Good.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure this out.
Grief,
I'm gonna figure this out, and I'll show you this picture. So Shadowman puts this picture.
It's all done on it. It's got like a touchpad.
What is going on?
You gotta scroll down.
You've got to scroll down. There it is. It's a green eyeball.
Make it smaller. Do you even know how to use your computer?
No, I don't. It's just a green eyeball, right? And so we're laughing about it on Discord. He said he's waiting for the live chat, and then he asked Croak to make a meme out of it. And so, I gotta stop that one.
Yeah.
So
goodness.
This is this one. Yes. Yeah. Until the live stream starts, I'll be in my bunk. And I shared this on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me, I have an Instagram at not Jason TLD. And I said, yeah, this is how I feel right now because my feet are killing me.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't a lot of walking today. Yeah, it was a lot less than yesterday. Yesterday we had 20,000 steps. I'm at 12,000 here.
But even standing.
But a lot of standing.
We just stand. Like we'll go to a booth and we're talking to them. And we may be there just like talking about strategy or ideas or just seeing something for like, I don't know, it'd be like 45 minutes.
Jim Jones, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. But it's just been.
Yeah, big whoops. But it was funny. And it was
they were super nice.
They were super nice about it.
The good news is the new boots don't come out until like October and November. So like, oh yeah, I can fix this relationship by then.
Michael Farley, I'm currently wearing Loas. Can't remember exactly which ones they are. I think they're Zephyrs. They're probably Zephyrs. Yeah. Those seem to be the most popular ones.
So there's a
Gen 2s are coming out.
There's just so you know, there's a Loa Zephyr Gen 2. And there's the GTX and non-GTX, basically the non-waterproof. If you're not in like an arid environment, you don't want the waterproof ones. But I like being in a snowy environment. I kind of want that more. So
this is something too that I want to talk about. So Michael Farley says, how hard has the booth been getting trolled / flamed? Honestly, it's not bad. It's not like people are going over there and yelling at them. People have been very respectful. And there's one thing that I do want to pass along that Dana Lash is here. Dana Lash is big in the 2A community. If you guys follow her at all, she's fantastic in the 2A community. Even she said this on her Instagram, and it's something that I noticed as well, that a lot of these folks that are working for the ATF, these peons, they don't agree with what's happening up top.
Yeah.
And so you turn the cat off, you talk to them, and maybe it's lip service. It very well could be lip service. But I'll say from experience as well, in the government, you have a lot of people that are there to suck the teat of the government, and you have some Ron Swansons, and those Ron Swansons need to be promoted and given credit for when you find them. Yeah.
It's also kind of complaining to the McDonald's worker like about the prices. Like, motherfucker. It's like, hey, I don't set these prices, so why are you complaining to me? Like, we get it. I cook fries for a living. Like, but what are you complaining to me about?
We get that. Why this question is being asked, and it's being asked a lot on social media. There's a lot of people that are like, I'm going to go down to ATF. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. And it's kind of like, why?
Yeah, what's that guy going to do? I went to SHOT Show and they yelled at me, so we have to change it back. Like,
yeah. Like call up President Biden and be like, hey, I'm at SHOT Show, President, and we got to reverse this.
I got yelled at way too much. We got to go back.
So it doesn't really do anything. And I'm not saying that means to just give up. That's not it at all. But it's kind of like, especially for us, focusing on this as a business, there's a better use of our time Because that's exactly it. Like I would rather give donation to gun owners of America who are here, have a fantastic booth setup, Firearms Policy Coalition, FRAC. There's some great Second Amendment Foundation. There's some great Second Amendment companies, legal companies that are out there trying to fight the fight on the brace. Another one, Odinworks. If you guys are follow them on Instagram, they have a new buffer tube that they came out with, and it's the Are You Happy Yet? It's their Are You Happy Yet buffer tube, and it comes down into a point at the end, like it is a spear on the back end. It's a satire thing, but you can buy it if you want. It's legit, 100% legit on their website. You can buy it. It's the Are You Happy Now buffer tube, and it's kind of a joke, like how far are you going to take it, ATF? How far are you going to take it, federal government? Are you gonna just keep stomping the neck of the 2A community and say it's for safety? So
we'll get this one from Zach real quick.
So
Zach had mentioned I may have now opted for my cloud monsters. I run in those all the time.
Are those on cloud?
Yeah, I've been nothing but every time someone wears clouds that's out here, I'm like, hey, that person is man of class because he's wearing clouds. On cloud for some of my favorite. Those are like my dailies. Like if I'm gonna wear just regular shoes, I don't want boots or something.
So okay, this is a good question. So Misfit,
we'll back and forth.
Misfit says best gun you've seen, best weapon accessory, and the best gear. So I'll say the best gun that I've seen is the IWI Carmel. It's kind of that ACR looking one that we showed off today. The trigger is great. The functionality on it is great. Being able to swap it ambidextrously. There's just a lot of cool things there.
Very ACR-y.
Very ACR-y. But part of it, too, is I really like Jeremy. So he kind of sold me on that. Best weapon accessory I've seen. It's not really, I don't know if I would consider it a weapon accessory, but the magnetized rail that OpsCore had brought up was something that was really, really cool. I don't know if that falls under
helmet rail. Yeah, I don't know.
Magnetized one.
I think I'm kind of talking about more like lights.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, is that best gear? Or is that best?
But I'm with you. There's not a lot of like best. I would say best weapon accessory. We both loved it because we're gonna say that bad lever.
The charging handle.
So yeah,
Battle Arms Development. Battle Arms Development has it's not a new charging handle. It's a charging handle that's been out for a while, but it is an awesome ambidextrous charging handle. I did not know about it. So
it's been out for years.
So it's been out for 4 years. So I wouldn't say that it's new, but it's new to me, and that's probably the best weapon accessory that I've seen. And then for best gear, man,
the OpsCore rail. I'll put that with gear.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna go.
I know what you're gonna say for your gun. It's that Springfield Hellion. Springfield Armory.
So real quick. So Jason was like, he's like, hey man, like you got. Like we're in the middle of doing something else. He's like, hey, take a break. You gotta come see this.
Yeah. He's at Pulsar, like talking to his Pulsar rep, and I was like, stop what you're doing, come over here.
What? And he's like, check this out. I want to record you doing the trigger for the Hellion. He's like, let me just put the camera on, and then you just do it. He's like,
he had never legit. If you watch that video, he had never touched that trigger before.
Oh my, so unbelievably bad. So, my favorite gun I've seen, also the Carmel.
Oh, okay.
Or that, what was the other one? The 18-inch one.
The Zion 18-inch.
So both of those I'm pretty excited about.
The Arca rails.
Yeah, I love. So that's kind of where I was. I love that Arca rail on the M-Lock because that's what I run for my tripods, on my cameras, and all my. So it's super easy for me to take a really high-end setup for a camera and then just swap a rifle on it. That makes I can use 2 different uses. So I love the Arca rails. When it comes down to best weapon accessory, I teased it a bunch, but I would say the Pulsar Duo was my most because thermals, when you use dedicated thermal scopes, it's very hard to get a realistic image of what you're looking at. And the two things just don't translate in time. So it has one view, which is normal, and then one view, which is thermal, or you press a button and they switch. So then this becomes your thermal view, this becomes your regular view. So you can quickly and easily be able to like decipher what's going on in an environment and switch back to thermal and back and forth. Best gear, I actually really liked the I'm gonna go OpsCore again. I really like the new bump helmet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm super excited about the bump helmet because
They're going to say Arctis.
Oh, you're right. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna steal 2,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say because the new OpsCore bump helmet is the super high cut, and I was really upset. I gave it. I was like Philip. I literally just got a bump helmet to show off on the channel, and he made the new one. He's like actually, we waited until we saw your order, and then we released the new product line.
Philip was really cool.
He was super awesome. He's probably one of our favorite people all week. The OpsCore people are awesome. So the new bump helmet just has a lot of really cool. The new arc rail actually has a spot for your power cords and all your stuff to flow down through. So it's really pretty smart. It's all retrofit, so you could change it to the old style too. But the biggest thing I've seen that I've loved for gear wise, we didn't even get a chance to talk to them. They were talking to Jason while I was recording for HRT.
Yeah.
And I went to go see them, and they kept getting busy. But it's that Arctis brand I showed you. They're a UK company, but they're very much on the level of like Cry.
Well, and the big thing I'll say that I loved about them is the vertical integration. So they're using the oldest fabric manufacturer in the UK, been around since 1791. It's been family owned and operated for 35 years. Like the dad was there, the son was there, and then this guy that we were talking with was their director of marketing for the law enforcement side of the house in the UK. Just really, really nice people and awesome gear.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like I love seeing one of the puffy jackets. One of the coolest thing I saw. The guy showed me. He's like, all of our jackets do this. So he like opened the jacket up and showed me like an inner zipper. I was like, oh, cool. You can put a cell phone. Oh, Doc Dole's here. You can like put a cell phone in there. I was like, oh, cool. He's like, no. So he opens the zipper up. And he starts to fold the entire jacket into itself, and then it becomes like this contained little.
That's a packable jacket.
Just a packable jacket, and you could throw it. I could throw it in a pack. I could put it in whatever. Use it in a survival pack. You put it in the car, whatever, and just unzip it and have this whole. It was basically, he's really redesigning the whole 7-layer system to like a usable 4-layer system, which is way smarter. It just works out much better. So just the conversations with their engineer just blew me away. I probably had some of the most fun. Like it's one of the booths I kept going back to try to talk to more and get engaged. So
yeah,
they really. But I did love that bad lever too, because instead of coming back and like activating a system, the whole thing hinged. So it's like so there's no drag on it. So when it
always pulled from the center.
It always pulled from the center. So when you came down, it would like hinge and come backwards, or the other side would hinge and come backwards. So it was never like a weird operation that you sometimes get when you do ambi. Yeah. So I've never heard of bad lever. We'd never heard of that charging handle before, and we're both like, yeah, let's just run yours.
Yeah.
So.
Cajun says, I have enough to complain to the McDonald's worker that they can fix. Salt the damn fries. The dude, axe and spear buttstock so you can decapitate your enemies after the smoke clears. I love that. That charging handle swap was awesome.
So we ran into one of our friends in Vegas that just happened to be quite an interesting one. I think she's sending me a message right now. Oh, yeah. So she's live. We're live from the plane. So she's on her way home. Oh, that's pretty awesome. So
what's up?
Thanks. I can't probably
what's up, Walsh's friend?
Yeah. Hey, Walsh's friend.
So J-Dub says, what about that Zev Magpul briefcase gun? So I'll say this. It was cool.
Looks cool.
It looks really cool. Zev had it locked in the case the whole time, and they said they were not allowed to bring it out to let people mess with it. And honestly, it sounded like 2008 all over again. So I'm going to hold my breath.
And so
I'm sorry,
that's what we said.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
That's what they said. So we're at the Zev booth, and one of the Zev people was like, "We're going to release this year." And there was like another guy who just standing there like,
"I heard that before. Yeah. You said that in 2009."
Well, no, but for real, we really did partner with someone to get it done.
So I will say this, J-Dub, thank you. J-Dub gave me contact information for someone over at Zev by the name of Christian. I showed him your pictures. J-Dub sent me a picture of like all of his Zevs. Like, show them this. And I was like, hey, I got a viewer who's a really big fan. I showed him a picture. The guy was like, holy crap, he is a big fan. So got Christian's contact information. Maybe we'll see some stuff on the channel. I will make sure I don't eat that day.
If anyone gets that joke.
If anyone gets that joke. Zach Fett, that Springfield Hellion is like the ugliest gun I've ever seen.
And I don't mind if it's that ugly and it works.
And it works? Yeah. The dude, everyone says the Hellion.
So, and the dude, awful. I think the only thing like as bad or worse than
reset.
No, listen, ignoring the trigger, the charging the whole charging handle system. Because Jason, like, I go over there, I try to pull it, and he's like, "Oh, you got to charge it first." And I'm like,
trying to have this lefty, and it's ambidextrous,
and I'm just trying to sort it out, and I'm just trying to deal with it. I'm just like, did I cycle it? Did I not? Like, oh my goodness.
What's this? It's the cops. I don't get that.
I don't either. It maybe spelled something wrong. Do you guys have any? Let us know if you have questions about other things. Let's see what other people we saw.
Yeah.
So we have
all day for this.
Armor Loop, Criterion, who we love, Hollow Sun, HRT, IWI, Uproar, and then that's all the ones we've shown. There's a ton more.
We're getting ready to do Maxpedition. That should be released tomorrow morning.
Yep, we got Maxpedition. What was I working on? Oh, Hollow Sun will be tonight.
Yeah.
So I'll do the Hollow Sun video tonight. They're doing some really cool stuff with some thermals
and night vision.
I really do want to get like some of the more veteran guys like Croak, the dude, really kind of talk to you guys about J Murph, about some more practical applications of that. It's interesting because having seen so much thermals that the multi-spectrum is what you really need to give you the detail, but it's only a two-tone. It's more like using a night vision optic for thermal. It's not horrible, but it's hard to tell.
The outline was okay.
The outline was okay. It would be tricky. I do love how one thing cool, it has like, it'll be like a regular hollow sun optic, and then you could turn on or off the thermal or the night vision. Yeah. So you'd have your reticle there, but you don't have to use that feature if you don't want to. So I thought it was cool. I didn't get to like play with it or manipulate it. Yeah. So many people had like pressed so many buttons that
they just locked everything.
Yeah, they just locked everything because they just kept getting turned off, and then people like, oh, people doing stupid stuff.
Yeah. Harry says, does anyone know if I can use a pistol brace at the range without worry before the 120 is up? Yeah. Yes, if you don't have a FUD range and if you live in America.
Yeah, and like I guarantee you, some dumb is going to be upset about it. I was just go shoot.
Plus, it's a Zev, so gross.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Oh, that
doesn't happen. Yeah, I know. I'm going through them one by one. Are you talking about Battle Arms development? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So they have an ambi charging handle we didn't know about, and it was funny. We walked by the supplier showcase, which is like where you could like can buy fabric and Australapine copper buckles and stuff like that. So they were up there, and I was like, oh. They had a head that looked like the Geisley charging handle head. Remember that? And I was like, oh, you guys make the Geisley charging handle?
Super, yeah.
And he was like, no, this is ours. Let me show you how it functions. And and I was like, I didn't know about this. This is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, Misfit, if you haven't messed with the charging handle, it's a lot better than the Super. I love the Geisley Super, and I hate Geisley. So I tried that. I was like, this is a lot the Super, but a very similar cut and function.
Yeah. So there's a small and a large. Like you get a large handle on it if you want to, and the large was good, especially if you're running big optics,
because it comes out in a nice clean way. Yeah.
And then the small is very similar to the Geisley Super.
Yeah. We were kind of surprised.
This Wisconsin Patriot says, much love, y'all. Hope everything had a good time. Be safe. When you can't stay safe, be deadly. Thanks, buddy. This is cool. Yeah, Bailey Luke says B&T has the same thing as a folding Zevin that takes 320 FCU and slides.
One thing I was surprised by, more people. So talking so much in social media and stuff, it seemed like more people were really interested in the 3211, 2311, whatever.
Oracle Arms
2311. It seems like a lot of people were really excited about it.
Well, someone, I think Kijun had said that was the gun he's most looking forward to. I'm getting that wrong. Maybe it was the dude, but one of our main big viewers had commented on video.
Not much interest.
Our video is not doing very good.
Of all the videos, they're all doing really well. There's not much interest in that one. We didn't realize that was made by the same people who did the alien gun.
The Lago
Arms,
Czech.
Yeah.
So it's the American side, but it's the same company.
So just interesting.
And I'll say this, we had a chance to mess with a few of their guns, and the triggers are not what I would expect for a $1,700 gun.
They're not 20. They're not
the tier.
Staccatos. They're not the tier of a 2011.
Yeah.
I don't think they're even Springfield Prodigy.
I think
don't
so.
know. I think the same.
I mess with the
Okay,
Prodigy. I think
maybe.
they're the same. I don't think they're not as good as the Staccato. For sure, not as good as Staccato. Comparable to the Prodigy, but a higher sticker price.
Yeah.
Doc Dole, any chance that Agilite will make a pincer panel with Molly on the back instead of Velcro?
I thought they originally did. No, maybe
I
not.
don't
No,
think
it was
so.
always.
It was always that.
So
I mean, we could ask them, but I don't think they're doing that. We had brought up some questions today. I don't know what they want me to say, but there's some things. If you guys saw the last SHOT Show video, that they tabled because they felt like they had more involved in getting the K0 out to market. And I don't blame them. I mean, they're known for being a good plate carrier company.
but I think we're more likely to see something like this
Yeah, I think so.
than we would have previously.
Yeah.
So my thought is if you ask them, I think you probably get more success in your application, Dr. in getting a one-off than entire marketable. So I would probably reach out to them and say how like this be if you have an actual application for that. I would say to get a placard set up, but whatever, you hate that.
Mike Farley, since they're finally doing the briefcase gun, maybe Magpul will take another look at making their bullpup rifle. I don't know, maybe. Giancarlo Padilla, what's up, man? He says, good evening, guys. Hope you're having fun at SHOT Show. We are having a lot of fun.
So I will say every single time we say the same thing. We're like, dude, what we're not going to do is we're not going to load up our day. We're not going to go do a bunch of crazy stuff.
And you know what? We don't. He does.
But we'll get into this rabbit hole.
How do we show your stuff off on our channel? They're like, here you go. Take all this stuff. And then I'm the guy with the backpack around 50 pounds all day.
Forever. Oh, I don't know how you did all that. At least I got.
You should send me
stuff.
that massage gift certificate you got.
Should. You earned it.
I
What are you doing?
I get that.
Calm down. So
we are having fun though,
My-
Giancarlo. Thanks, man.
yeah, I don't want to reset.
All right, so did you all stop by PSA? If so, did you check out the STG-44 Rebel? We've been there a couple times. We had conflict with getting official like booth visit with Josiah, our contact over there. We're doing that tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. So we're going to stop by there. We're going to do some recording. Whatever it is that PSA wants to show. Also, the right to bear insurance guys are there. I'm super dumb on what they had changed. He had told me something like they changed from an insurance product to a self-defense product where it's like $1 million coverage. I'm not intelligent.
Yeah, we don't want him to speak. Who's going to come on?
He's going to come back on. The guy that was on before, Perry, he said he wants to come back February 2nd, I think is what we had scheduled.
My birthday.
Yeah, so you won't be there.
You'll not be there.
Me and Perry and I will be there. We'll be talking about insurance, and he was able to activate that discount code. So if any of you are interested in purchasing self-defense insurance, take a look at Right to Bear. I don't know because it's not applicable in the state that I live. It's not applicable in Washington, New York, or New Jersey. So if you don't live in one of those states and you're interested in getting concealed carry insurance, I honestly don't even know what the discount was because he just created it.
We'll get all that.
Ago.
Yeah, we'll get all that on the 2nd. So
but I would say just hold off until
by.
February 2nd. He's going to come on. He'll answer any questions that you might have. And he's super excited. He's really excited coming on the live chat. Like they saw us and they were
Very
like,
excited.
how do we get back on you? And I was like, open invitation whenever you want to come on. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. That's why I go shoot in the desert. Haven't been to an actual range in years.
I don't know. Actually.
Misfit. Who had the best swag?
Ooh.
Oh,
Beyond clothing.
Yeah, Beyond Clothing.
Beyond's got some. We went.
Well, it was kind of like secrets.
Secret swag. This is not like regular swag. So I would say otherwise, probably Arrow's patches of the day.
Yeah, but those.
What else you got?
guys?
Yeah. I know. All right, let's pick anybody else. And so Beyond Clothing, we went over and saw them. Super good people. I work with them on some stuff from both the side you see and the side you don't see, and they all crappy paper badges. And Grim Hunter Tactical had actually worked with us to get them to make a whole bunch of really nice badges. So we outfit their whole team. We had one more multi-alpine badge, some multi-cam tropics, some multi-cam. Yeah. So we gave them all a bunch of stuff. So they hooked us up with some swag. So it's probably not the same swag most people would get.
Grim Hunter.
What are super cool swag to get.
Grim Hunter made our badge holders for us.
Name, I guess. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So
pretty cool.
This is an IWI patch. The Bugs Bunny's like fat. Tracer Tacticals right over here. I'm trying to think of the ones.
I mean, I look for these. Like, I just like IWI product notebooks, but they're just like regular. They have like 8 million. We're gonna go get some more. They're just They're just like, I mean, the first few pages you may look at and then rip out, but then it has like actual
notebook.
This is just an actual notebook.
Yeah.
So these are just like, this is pretty cool swag.
Yeah, I'm trying
There's
to think though.
There's so much cool stuff. What's your favorite? I don't know.
Favorite swag.
There's been a couple of them. I was like, I'm not giving that away. But
HRT, the hat. The hat I got it from HRT.
Oh, I like the little Lego guys. We got for you guys though. There's some Lego patches we got for you guys. There's a couple things I don't remember what they are that I was like, I'm not giving that away.
Yeah. So there's some swag that we got. It's like yeah, we're not going to tell the viewers about this.
Yeah, that's mine.
That's mine. But we do have a lot of cool swag for you guys. I'd say the place we got the most swag was probably Odinworks. Like they loaded up on patches and magnets and T-shirts, and hats and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. And yeah, shirts. Yeah, shirts.
I
mean, OpsCore was good to us too, but we had a lot of the swag that we got from last year. It's a lot of the same swag.
The Gypsy Walters T-shirt from OpsCore. That was cool.
So yeah,
but that
just totally spaced our mind.
That was like special.
Yeah, it was a special thing. So OpsCore only give out so many of the Gypsy Walters.
It's their 15-year anniversary
T-shirts.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, those are really pretty cool. I even messaged him, and he's like, and showed it to his shirt, and he was like, how did you get the shirt before I did?" And I was like, I was early, so we came to like first thing.
Yeah, so that was another thing too. Ironside says I hope PSA makes a PPSH. So the SHOT Show is not supposed to open for everyone until 8:30. We just walk in at like 8, like 7:50. We just walk in, and we're just walking around. Like people are still setting up the booths, and we're just like, "Hey guys, just
hey, what's up?"
No point. Everyone thinks we have an appointment. It's like, no, we're just seeing what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
taking some pictures.
Just watching.
So it's we usually get into the convention hall early.
But so I want to see this comment. So so Bailey says, this is why I really want to talk, and you should come to the Discord with us. Why I want to talk to some of the more senior people, Jay Murph, the dude, Croak, about particularly with thermals and some other higher end optics, because of an issue like that where he says he has a friend that wants to hunt with thermals.
Yeah.
And this is why I really want to get these guys' take on it, because what happens is you already have a fairly short field of view. Particularly if you've used any of that kind of stuff. If you do a thermal attachment, you're going to see a lot of this from me, but field of view becomes an issue. Now, if you take that field of view and then you put it even further forward and then narrow it even more, you get quite a small field of view. You would have to continually scan a field with an optic like that to try see where something was, if there was something out there. Whereas a different thermal optic, you would have a lot more of a scanning window. So I want to see it. I would definitely want to see a lot of views from it before I spent $2,700 on it. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I want to get one in my hands.
So this next comment is interesting because I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. Misfit says, did the Arrow bolt action seem kind of expensive?
How much
was just
is it?
Me? I didn't see how much it was, but this reminds me, the bolt section of it is coated. It's a DC coating, which is done by our buddy Jason over at Armor Lube. His name is Jason Hogue. If you guys watched our SHOT Show content last year and this year, he works for Armor Lube. And a cool story about that. So we saw him day one at Supplier Showcase. We go up there and we browse a little bit, and I told Walsh, like, we got to make sure we stop by and see Jason. He's here again.
The price.
What is it?
2,000.
2,000? Oh my gosh. Anyways, so we get to the booth and we're kind of standing back, and Jason's talking to two guys, and he sees it. He's like, "Oh, excuse me," and tells these two guys, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
"Oh, these are my friends." And he shakes our hands, and the two guys are like, "Oh, we'll talk to you later." He's like, "Yeah, okay, all right." Waves them off, and we come up, we shake hands. "How's it going?" He's like, "That was Glock. That was Glock. They never wanted to talk to me." So Armor Lube won the mil-spec contract for the BCG coatings. They're doing the Aero Precision DLC stuff. They still got Staccato, Rock Island.
Trying to think Walther. It's in that video, but I was
Walther
surprised how what he got. Yeah.
So Glock, who does some DLC, like their Gen 5 has some DLC stuff. The fact that they're going to Armor Lube and asking him about, like, trying to make context about having Armor Lube doing their DLC, Their DLC is super nice. If you've ever messed with a staccato, the DLC on that is from Armor Lube. But for him to basically like pound sand Glock, my buddies are here, was kind of a pat on the back.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
So day one at SHOT Show, we started it with a big high to seeing someone basically telling Glock to F off so he could talk to us.
Yeah, didn't make any sense. One thing I want to say I don't like about the Arrow bolt action, and probably why you won't see it, is it's only, I mean, maybe Jason will do it, but it's only right-handed. Maybe
true.
Joe. I mean, if Arrow's gonna give Joe a $2,000 rifle,
Yeah, him to drag it behind his truck.
yeah, you could run it over for him. But it's only right-handed, and I don't really want to come up and over. I can save money and get a Tika left-handed, so I don't know why I wouldn't do that.
So Zach says it's got to be better than the older thermal sights, maybe.
And that may be the case. I don't know. I've never done those.
Raider and Strategy both use P320 FCUs.
Yep.
Did you all stop by TTI? I don't know what that is, so no.
Totally Tactical International. There was a lot of those businesses.
Yeah, because I wanted 10 other videos on a 2311 before yours. I wanted 10 others.
On
2311? I don't know. Big news for me is the modular PSA dagger gas. So we're going to get a good look at that tomorrow. I'll make sure to tell Josiah that that's something that our viewers are interested in if you want. And we'll make sure to show it off. So Zach Fett, right to bear, Sony not giving me a warm and fuzzy. Ooh, I will say I didn't sense anything off with him.
No, and they said basically based off of what they were offering now, their user base went from 11,000 to
it went from, they had a user base of just under 2,000. They now have a user base of 11,000. So they've grown. They've grown by like 500 or 600%.
Don't take our ignorance of what he's offering. Our minds are just broken at this point. Don't take our ignorance of it to make you think that it's something wonky. I think it's better.
But I will say, come prepared. Come prepared on the second with questions, because I'm ignorant about it.
Yeah.
It's not even something I've ever researched because I'm not even allowed to have it in my state. So I don't have a good way of coming up with questions to ask him, but you guys do. And so hopefully you come on the live chat February 2nd and chat with him. And we'll do, a right to bear emblems to remind you guys that he's going to be on, special guests. Yeah.
I like this next comment.
Coolest gun guy celebrity. So this is, do you want to go first? I have two that I want to share and why.
Okay, so I've been hanging out with, and Jason's probably been laughing about this. I've been hanging out with Hop and Brass Facts a good bit. I've acted with them on Instagram, social media, even offline. We kind of share. We don't necessarily share notes, but we'll share different interactions or different thoughts, or have you heard of this company, this, that, and the other. So it was interesting for the first time to get to see them. We were walking around, causing drama. I was talking with their camera guys. Their camera guys are just super cool. They have camera guys. We'll start there. But they were really nice people. Just cool to just hang out with them. I do have a second one, which was,
go for it.
We just happened to see John Lovell was just chilling. He's in our hotel. Just,
by himself.
By himself, just chilling, in a chair, just waiting for who knows what. And then Jason just was like, "Hey, we're big fans." We had to talk to him. He took a moment of his time to talk to us.
Super humble.
Humble.
That kind of ties in the first one for me, John Lovell. And the one thing that really stands out to me is Walsh said, "Hey, we're just a small YouTube channel." And he was like, "Hey, don't say that. You guys are doing good work for the 2A community." And he was super appreciative. He's probably never watched our channel, but he knows enough to encourage people, lift them up. So maybe it was for show for that brief interaction, but he just seemed a very genuine, down to earth kind of guy and wanted to lift others up.
When other guys can be kind of yucky.
Yeah. And then the other one that we met today, I got a picture with, was in Zero. I'm a huge fan of his. I watch him all the time. And I saw him and I was just like, "Hey man, I'm a huge fan." Immediately he's like, "Cool man, what do you want a picture?" Gave a hug, thumbs up, very appreciative that we knew who he was. He's a lot shorter than I thought, a lot more Frenchy than I thought, but super nice guy too. Yeah, go ahead.
You can tell him about the bad interaction.
I don't know which one it is.
Spit and raisin.
Oh yeah.
So I'm recording at HRT. I don't know what's going on. Usually this is all happening when I'm not paying attention. So I'm recording at HRT, and we've just had a super good interaction with the whole HRT team. We love all of them.
Yeah, because we had dinner with them the night before.
We had dinner with them. They're totally on board with us. So now we're doing their recording. We're doing fun stuff. And it just so happened to be that some guys from Spittin' Raisins is now at their booth
Yeah. So
talking to them.
so one of them is
don't do the brand.
Okay. All right.
But yeah. So anyway, one of the guys basically saying, "Hey, you almost got your belt
Correct.
as good as mine." It's like, just exactly what we expect from the whole Spittin' Raisins thing. And then Jason's like, they see.
I'm standing behind. I'm at the UK, the Arctis company, whatever it is, and so the second guy kind of has it in his pockets, and Walsh is like getting Chris all set up, and he's like, all right, Chris, go. The guy's over. He sees Walsh, pulls out his phone, and I'm standing right behind him, and I see him start texting someone. Walsh is, and then he walks off, and I was like, oh my gosh, like imagine being. Could
you imagine like being so
butthurt
about a review that you were worried about where? Like, I'm not worried about where they're at.
So then we started messaging him on Instagram. I did. Saying, hey, we can't wait to stop by the booth tomorrow. We did stop by the booth.
And like, so some of you viewers, if you really want to be a-holes, you could comment on their booth posts and be like, when's Thin Line Defense coming by?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
I would enjoy that a lot. Because we're not coming by.
Joe Jones, I got my Angela testing Team 4 patch today. Very cool. Hey, I got mine too when I showed up here. So I was all excited. Loser. Shut up.
I got some.
So left-handed friendly stuff you guys have seen.
I think
the IWI one was left-handed friendly.
So that was pretty cool when you can actually just take the bolt, so you don't come all the way down. You travel like halfway, and then you can punch it through. And you could change the bolts. I like to run my bolt opposite side anyway, but I just think it's easier manipulation.
But what was the magazine you were talking about?
Not the magazine. The
MV charging.
Yeah, charging. Yeah, that was probably the coolest thing.
The Holosun thermal is kind of like a rifle-mounted Cody.
Okay, and that's why I want to talk to you, Croak, because there is a fusion version. There's a hotspot version. There's an outline version. Not version, but mode. Like there's different software modes. So I'm with you in the fact it could be a code. But then I'm just worried about. I just want to talk to you. I think the depth of field and the actual field of vision is going to be a little bit wonky.
Yeah. This is funny. Croak says, "Mom, can we get an influencer?" So if you're on Instagram, you will see that meme that Walsh created today is blowing up on Reddit, on Instagram. Like so many people are sharing it. It's got stupid amount of likes.
Now Grand Thumb does talk to me on occasion, so I'm curious if he's seen it.
You tagged him, I tagged him. I tagged him. I said, "Hey, isn't that like
every now and again he'll say something to me."
So left-handed should suffer. If you guys watch the IWI, Jeremy said, "What did he call you? Wrong-threaded or something like that."
Cross-threaded.
Cross-threaded
brethren.
Shooters. Yeah. Did you get Spittin' Raisins autographs? No, we did not. John Lovell.
Yeah, I told Sarge. He was talking to me after how cool he was. He saw him.
Did you all visit Shadow Systems? We have not. No, there's a couple booths. Tomorrow we probably could.
I think Shadow Systems. There's nothing broken. Like nothing. There's nothing new, but nothing broken. So it's like, why go to SHOT Show? Like it's a good pistol. What are you looking for? I mean, maybe if they do something new, hit me up. If they're doing something new, we'll go bug them. We got a little bit more time tomorrow than we think.
Most YouTubers watch a bunch of YouTube, surprisingly.
That's true. I liked watching the guys I like. Like I watch Brass Facts. I watch Hop. I watch a couple people that I like their style. And
Giancarlo Padilla says, I've only heard good things about John Lovell. Joe makes fun of me for all the Warrior Poet I have. I actually got the War Poet pistol, Shadow Systems R920, but with light and Holosun sight. That's awesome.
Listen, I'm all about it. Just maybe not the sling.
Yeah.
That's all I'm missing.
Is Mike Grantham doing okay? Heard he had intestinal troubles. Yeah, he was. So actually, that's something that ties in with that Arctis, that U brand. So when we were talking to him, it was funny. The guy, he clearly doesn't know about like influencers. He goes, "Yeah, there's an influencer that we are trying to do. He was supposed to be here today, but he got sick." And I was kind of like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." And he goes, "Have you ever heard of Graham?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like he's stopping by the booth later. We had an appointment with him, but he's out sick. I was like, "Oh crap!"
So we were also like, "Wait a minute! If Grantham is interested in the same brand, then so are we."
Yeah.
But I did see him. I
saw him.
Yeah, I didn't get to say hi to him.
So he must be feeling better.
Yeah,
he got food poisoning.
Him and John Lovell were talking. I didn't want to like go by and be like, "Hey everybody, how's everybody?" I was like, "I'm not gonna do that."
So Viper J Jr. says, "I'm looking forward to you visiting Holland." We have the
video's done. It's literally ready to run. I have to do final editing. Like we just watch it one more time, and then upload it, and then go. We still probably eat after before that, but it's gonna happen really fast.
Croak says some neat new stuff Sig announced. Not sure if they're on the floor, but if you haven't stopped by, you should.
I think
Sig is not
I don't
here.
think they're here.
No, Sig is not here.
They're like, well, we have government contracts now. Why would we go SHOT Show?
Misfits, they have a new comp, CR920P and DR920L.
Yeah.
Croak, I think Grand Thumb got food.
Yeah, he did.
It was just food
Again,
poisoning.
we saw him.
He's doing okay.
A couple days
So
ago.
that's it. Comments, and this actually works out really well for us because it has been a long day. It's 7:30. We've been up since like 5:30 this morning.
And we got more. I fly home tomorrow, but Jason will still be here, so he'll be able to do some stuff on Instagram. So.
Yeah. So I'll be if you're not following me on Instagram at @NotJasonTLD, you can find me on there. It's the Jason mask is the emblem.
But and also we're doing a ton of content on our Instagram. We don't talk about that as much as we should, but it's at Thinline Defense Co. on Instagram. We're pretty much posting and showing as much stuff as we can.
Yeah, as Walsh is at booths, I'm usually trying to run a 5-10 second reel. It's kind of a joke that we're playing is me being one step ahead of him the whole time.
But
so
really,
we're there together. But having some fun with here at SHOT Show. It is. I'll tell you what, we said this last year, and this is something we noticed last year, that there's a lot of people that promise things that didn't deliver. I think this year is going to be different. I think there's a lot of promises that were made.
I will say though, a lot of
will deliver,
but a lot of the products we're seeing, a lot of the stuff you're seeing now are Q4 releases.
Yeah, they're like, we might be talking about this next SHOT Show.
I mean, if we see some of this stuff in November, I would probably be surprised.
Yeah,
I think. I mean,
so one thing that I do want to ask our viewers before we start shut it down is, do you like this content? Do you like the SHOT Show content and how we're doing it this year compared to last year?
It's very similar to last year, though.
It's similar to last year, but it's not as we're definitely not doing it as much, which is better for us. But we are getting content out that we think our viewers are going to like. So we can always shift it. I mean, it's kind of too late now, but next year we could be more interactive with you guys and trying to really nail down where we're going to go.
Like, we could do more live. The problem is mics. We wanted to use our cell phone more, but the problem is it's so, like, we're having to do a lot of special stuff for mics.
Yeah. We
would have to mic up. We'd have to find a cool way to do like a lav cell phone. I don't know. We have to figure that out. That's the problem we're running into. So, Zach is saying the sound is much better this year. It's actually, like, thank God I'm being able to, like, I've learned some stuff over the past year of how you do this, how you clean it up.
Yeah.
It is.
Walsh is a wizard.
It is unbelievably, almost unbearably loud. Like, as I'm recording, I can only barely hear them.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of magic that's happening in post.
So being more selective is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it for us, guys, right now. If you're not on our Discord, it's going to be tough for me with this trackpad. Caleb, if you're still here, if you don't mind dropping a link for our Discord, or someone could drop a link for our Discord, I'd appreciate it. I'm on there a lot while here at SHOT Show. We also, again, follow us on Instagram at Thinline Defense Co. or at NotJasonTLD. Giancarlo says, most definitely like the sneak peeks. Feels like CES, which is a positive for me, especially since we can discuss it later on the live stream.
I think like that too. Like, we kind of do stuff during the week, and then at the end, almost at the very end, they can talk about it. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, I mean, again, super appreciative of you being here, super appreciative of you interacting with us on this live chat. I wish we could go longer. We're just tired and hungry, and my feet hurt.
And we got to go walk over to go get food, which I'm not happy about. But thanks so much for your time, everyone. Thanks for coming out to the live chat. Thanks for supporting us through this. I think we've seen like triple the interest we had last time. We have tons more content coming out. We'll do, as soon as we eat, I'll drop the Holosun content. And then in the morning is the Max stuff.
Yep.
And then I'm going to keep working on some more primary arms and everything.
It's
just going to be just like we did last year. Be dumping content all weekend long. So kind of just the same way we did it before.
Yeah. So again, find us on social media, NotJasonTLD, at Thinline Defense Co. We're super busy on Instagram, and then in the Discord. So with that, guys, we are going to maintain our steady track through 2023 with a live chat every Thursday as of right now. It's a streak that we have not stopped, that I am very excited about.
Yeah, I do my
Walsh
best.
may not be.
I do my best.
But we will catch you all next Thursday.
Later, everyone.